Alrighty, what's up guys, how's it going? So we're covering Bombin Goblin, Tinkus. Of course, Tinkus is one of the few heroes in the game that has Trap Max HP and Trap Attack. Of course, he does actually happen to have Army Attack, and he is a ranged-based hero. Of course, he has INT, so you can kind of get an idea of what kind of hero we're dealing with. This is basically your magic range hero. Okay, so if we look at his hero skills, he has the big old bomb, which throws a bomb at a target, dealing damage to all enemies in a small area. He does 2,900 magic damage. If we look at the explosive gift, he hurls a gift box containing a bomb to the enemy, dealing damage and inflicting stun for 3 seconds. He does 4,800 magic damage when he does this ability. Okay, so keep that in mind. Of course, explosives ignite after Tinkus' death, dealing damage to all enemies. So after he dies, he does a bunch of magic damage. And then, interestingly enough, he also has an ability called Chain Reaction. Throws multiple bombs at the target, dealing damage 5 times to all enemies in immediate areas. So he does about 5,000 or so magic damage when he actually uses his ultimate, which is, again, that's quite a bit. It's not a ton, but it's quite a bit, considering that we've seen where he's almost doing 5,000 with explosive gift, and he stuns them for 3 seconds, and then he also does 2,900 with his small area. So you can kind of get the fact that he's basically your area of effect magic hero, and he does a ton of damage for that. Of course, if we look at his basic attributes, he has 445 for strength, 341 for dexterity, and 1,000 intelligence, which is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. Having that said, though, life is a bomb. You gotta go out with a bang. Goblins employ rather questionable methods to bring smiles to the downtrodden. Tinkus has a cavalier passion for explosives. Coupled with his mischievous nature, this is one goblin everyone should be wary of, especially when he is in a generous mood. Of course, when you get into actually looking at, like, Child of Light in particular, you'll notice that, for a main tank is okay, but when we look at Bombin Goblin, alright, you gotta look at this very slowly. Basically, you'll see that what he does is he gets up, and basically, just like any other particular hero in the game, I mean, Bombin Goblin in particular, when he ultimates, he's basically area of effect, and you'll see it just by glancing at it, And mind you, okay, the Rose Knight shield that is popped on there, you can see that saves a handful of them. But you'll see that it basically rotates some bombs, and essentially those bombs are doing somewhere between 400 to 500, but on criticals, they're doing somewhere around 1,000. At certain degrees, so it's somewhere between 5 to 1,000 damage. And obviously, you can't combine this, with somebody like Incinerator. And obviously, the thing about Incinerator in comparison to like someone like Bombin Goblin is their abilities sound and seem similar. But you'll notice that when Incinerator lands, she does exactly 2 to 3k in some places. Where, Bombin Goblin was only doing 5 to 700, but multiple times against multiple different targets. And those are some of the major differences that you're going to see in DPS, because, again, the actual purpose of someone like Bombin Goblin is different. I mean, again, noticing the fact that when you look at that ability, and again, just looking at it, you can see, it's 1,500 and 2,000 in some places. Like, it is quite a bit in comparison to Incinerator. And, to be honest with you, I feel like if you use them in tandem with magic heroes that increases actual abilities, that just makes them that much better. But, of course, let's actually take a closer look at the stats and actually see exactly how well he is, in fact, any HP normally is for most of the average heroes. He doesn't have a ton of, attack. He's got 2,100 magic attack, which is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. It's pretty good. And then obviously his defense is pretty okay. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it's okay. I would say you could still counter this guy with a physical-based hero. His magic defense is definitely up to par. His physical critical is at 34. His magic critical is at 295, which again is fairly high. It's not terribly high, but it's fairly high compared to most heroes in the game. His recovery round's pretty decent, and so is his recharge. But again, these are just things to keep in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it's somewhat informative for you guys as you are learning the Colosseum and basically your heroes. And needless to say, I hope you guys stick around, share these around, and let others know. And, well, I'll see you to the next one.